Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to episode 11 of Talking Back Sunday. How's everybody?
Yeah.
Hi.
Doing
Good.
doing pretty good. How about you?
Good. I got a special coffee cup today.
Oh yeah. Is it as special as? Oh,
Mrs. Always Right. That's the truth.
that's you.
I actually have one that says Mr. Right, and then Jamie has one that says Mrs. Always Right, but I stole her cup today.
Oh,
I
don't let her
thought,
hear you talking. She might get real mad.
Yeah. She's not even watching this shit.
Yeah, I mean, why would she?
No, she gets all this wit and whimsy 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be too much to handle if she got more of it on these podcasts.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. It's how Liberace's lovers must have felt when he did his podcast.
Did Liberace have a podcast?
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh wow.
What was it called?
I'll have to not check that out.
What was it called again?
Liberace and his candelabra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Interesting.
camera padra or something like some kind of play
Yeah,
on
you need
words
a-
there.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find out about that?
On the internet.
Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit. There's a
Saw
meme.
it on Reddit.
I don't know if any of the masses watching this even know who Liberace was.
Well, they're
Well,
lost.
there was that great movie, right, about him with
It was amazing.
Michael Douglas
Yeah,
and Matt
wait, was
Damon.
Matt, yeah, I want to say Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was
Got it.
called Behind the Candelabra or
Yes.
something, right?
Ooh,
Yeah.
And Liberace had Matt Damon's character get all the plastic surgery so he could look like a young him, but he looked like a Ken doll or something.
ew.
Yeah, it was
I didn't know
real weird.
that. Wow, that's so weird.
It's in the movie. I don't know if it's historically true. Probably, but
I mean, yeah, I don't know enough about Liberace to say if that seems real or not.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know either.
So, so what have you guys been doing?
Mostly just thinking about Liberace lately.
Mark and I hung out with some friends socially distanced for the first time since January, maybe.
Wow,
Yeah,
That was fun.
it was fun.
nice.
Hung out
Where'd you get together?
My backyard,
Mm.
and no one could stop talking. Everyone has been so cooped up. I was gonna like maybe put a movie on the projector outside and stuff, and there was no time. Everyone was so starved.
Everyone had a lot to say.
Yeah, it was so nice. Everyone needed it so badly. But like one person went in the house at a time to go to the bathroom. And that was it.
Nice.
You know it's funny, Sean, when you said that you hung out with friends for the first time in a while, I pictured you all getting together in your parents' backyard.
I thought about that, but people are actually closer to my house. That'd be the only difference.
Yeah. That was the go-to hangout spot for a long time.
Yeah,
Yes, it
because I
was.
didn't like going anyplace.
Yeah.
You still don't.
No.
So the whole pandemic has been perfect for you.
Yeah, I would have been thriving when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Now the only issue is I can't get to work. That's
Yeah.
the big problem.
You know, that was actually a joke that I told people. Like, they'd be like, hey, have you talked to Sean? How's he doing? I'll go, well, he's thriving. He doesn't have to leave. The best he's ever been.
Yeah, I mean, what do I do when I go on tour? I sit backstage and play video games, or in a hotel room and play video games. Here, sit in my house, play video games.
That's true.
Surrounded by my wife and kids, I don't have to share a bathroom with 12 other people. So,
You don't miss that?
yeah, it's just the constant fear of death is a little annoying.
Other than that, everything's great.
Doing great.
Like that and just the smells, the late night smells in
Mhm.
that little tube.
The tour bus tube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And speaking of sitting at home and playing video games, I saw that Keith Buckley started like doing a thing for Hard Times, like on Twitch, which I guess is like a video game platform where
Mm-hmm.
people watch other people play video games. Have you ever checked that out?
No, because I find that Keith would be great because he's a real interesting guy, and I think of the people that do well on Twitch are very good at interacting with people and answering questions as they play video games. I'm so bad at playing video games that I don't want anyone to watch me. I keep it to myself. But Keith would be he's a fascinating guy.
Yeah.
So I would like to hear what he has to say while he plays video games.
Once like earlier on, like kind of in the or like when John and I did that live stream thing, when we were still together, like I went on just to check out Twitch to see what it was all about, and like a lot of the like I was searching like music stuff, you know, because I don't know a lot about video games, and a lot of the music stuff I saw made me feel really uncomfortable because it was like a person with like one camera set up and like DJ lights, and they were like playing like club music, and it just felt like Natural Born Killers. Like that's what it made me feel like that movie with Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah. So
Wait, so what do you mean?
anyways,
Like people are doing like DJ sets over a live stream kind of thing?
yeah, on Twitch, and that's the first time I'd seen anything like that, but just like the lighting and like the whole vibe of it like made me feel really uncomfortable. So, and I haven't looked into it since, but I'm sure Keith's thing is a lot more fun than that because he's a fun guy. But
And a lot of times, like, they talk a lot of shit to different players that they're playing against. Like, 12-year-old kids will rip you apart because they're really good at video games, too. So I think Keith's rebuttals would be very entertaining.
You know, sometimes, you know, on bike rides when I'm on the boardwalk, and grown men will have their speakers on their bikes, and what's amazing to me is that people will choose to put on like house music.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, well, like it's already bad that they just have their speaker playing for everyone to hear. Like they're the only person that lives there.
There's ways to do it where you can put it low enough, you know, to where it's not obnoxious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think if you're going to be doing that, you need headphones, personally. Because, like, that's like riding the subway, you know, and then, like, I remember when I lived with Angel, like, I would take the train in, and there would be the guys, like, remember, like, the Nextel phones were, like, really popular? And then, so you'd hear, like, the blip, blip, and they'd just be talking on the phones like no one else was there, and you could hear the whole thing, and it was so loud, and I just thought, like, how rude of people to do.
That
You
was
know,
the one that was like a walkie-talkie more than a phone, right? It was like,
yeah, but I think if someone else had the phone, like it had like a really long range.
right,
Yeah, and I think it could
and you
have
could talk for free or something.
and you could be
Yeah.
the only one talking on the subway, so it's probably bragging rights too. Oh, look what I can do, you suckers! Don't you wish you had this? No,
Yeah,
no, I
yeah, it's like,
don't.
no, and I wish you would cut it out.
You know, I was on the train once, and there was a woman that was doing that, and there's this older man that got up and said something to her, and this woman
How did
was
that
not,
go?
It went, dude. It went as badly for this guy as it could have gone without, like, the woman, like, as soon as he started going towards her, and I was like, no way, man, just leave it alone.
You're like, no,
Not her.
It's not gonna get better.
Yo, she goes, excuse me, to her friend, like, excuse me, hold on. And then she just got up and slapped the shit.
Oh my
out of
god, like,
the guy.
wow, physically abused him.
So hard.
Oh,
And then she
It
hung
was
up her phone
horrible.
and said, "Hey, I'll call you back when I'm off the train." Right? So she learned her lesson. She beat the hell out of the guy, or did she just keep talking? So
She
nothing
just
happened.
got back on that phone screaming away. And I was like, you know what, man? Like, to the older man, like, it was really shitty and she was very loud, but man, sometimes you just got to let some things go, especially with
You
this.
could go to another train car. Read that
Go to another
situation.
train car.
Yeah.
yeah. We one of the last flights that we took, Misha and I, like we had Sylvie with us, and then we're like in, like it was like a long flight too. I don't remember where we were coming back from, and the lady that was sitting in the seat in front of us had her phone speaker on the whole entire time. And then and I was just like, is no one else hearing this? Because no one said anything to her. And I guess because you don't want to, you run the risk of getting slapped. I just learned. But yeah, like I just don't understand why people, it's just, I don't understand why people do that.
Was she listening to music?
Yeah, the whole flight.
Huh.
And then like just with like no headphones, just the speaker on her phone.
She probably thought you were
no
doing her a favor.
Mm.
Like, hey, check out this cool music I'm into. And now everyone in my row and the row next to me and behind me, and they can all dig it.
Yeah, like I was just surprised, like even like the flight attendants didn't say anything.
That's
And
very
then
odd.
I'm like, maybe this is just a thing that they have to deal with and there's nothing they can do.
Maybe
Or
they
they've
pick and
dealt with it
choose their
so much.
battles.
Yeah.
True.
Being a flight
Maybe
attendant would not be an easy job.
No, definitely not. Got to wear compression socks all the time.
I mean, think about the people that you have to deal with constantly. Just people that don't know how to act.
Man, I was talking with our buddy Greg, and he was saying our friend Mike Baby went on a plane trip recently, like last weekend or something, and he said that a guy actually got kicked off the plane for not wearing a mask, and I was like, oh well, that's good. At least they're
Delta
doing
will
that.
lifetime ban you.
Lifetime ban. Wow, that's crazy. Nuts. So that's something that happened.
He just refused, huh?
Yeah, like apparently the guy was like didn't have a mask, and he's like, I don't have one. I'm not going to put one on. And they were like, you got to get off the plane. And I don't know if there was an altercation or anything, but the end result was the guy, didn't take the flight. So then, because he refused to do the simplest of things, he was stuck in an airport for however long it was.
Yeah.
I
I saw you.
Where he was going.
United is going to do rapid testing.
That's crazy.
So before you get your flight, you get tested, and maybe you don't have to wear a mask. Solution. Boom.
Wow.
Or you find out you have COVID and you wreck your day.
Yeah, true.
Man, I thought I was going to Hawaii.
Nope. Well, what's crazy is that if you have trouble finding a test, you can just book a cheap flight and then just go.
Free test.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the test would cost whatever the cheap flight costs.
Right.
And you just get tested and then just don't get on the flight.
Get your test. All right. See you later.
Yeah.
Man, I don't miss airports and airplanes. I gotta say, I still have not once really been thought to myself, I wish I could take a trip on an airplane.
Yeah.
No.
Yo, when I see, planes flying in the JFK, I often think that, like, I'm happy I'm not on that flight.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know where they're going or where they're coming from. I'm just glad I'm not on it.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, where they came from. Doesn't matter. I'm happy I'm not there.
I always enjoyed getting to where I was going, but the whole process of getting there was rough.
Well, like even like going through like TSA at this point would just feel, just after the year we've had, would feel so terrible. Like just think about like waiting in that line. No way.
Mm-mm. I saw Kid Rock do it, like, and Dan Rather. What's that show called that Dan Rather does?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm very interested.
It's a great show.
Big show. Something like
Kid
that.
Rock is
Big
co-host?
interview? Is it Dan Rather's big interview?
Big interview. And it was a pretty good interview. But Kid Rock talked about like the best convenience that he's had from all this is he's like, I don't have to go to airport. Like he was like see my plane? And he just like point, that's where my plane is. I go right there. I get on the plane. I go, I don't have to go to the airport. That's the best, the best thing about all of this. And I was like, man.
Like all his success and all that.
Yeah, like just not having to do that airport shit.
Man, that would be crazy if you just pulled up. That's like Liberace had these clients, and down in Texas, and they were using a plane, like their own plane, and yeah, they just said like there's these little airports. You just pull up, park your car, get on the plane, and go. And there's nobody gives you any shit. It's pretty great.
Next album.
Yep.
Next.
Yeah.
Oh, John and I came up with a great title for it.
What
We were watching baseball the other night, the Mets game, and as the season has gone on, the conversation just meanders into weird stuff.
Yeah, they don't spend any time talking about baseball, like the Mets announcers. They just talk about like whatever seemingly pops into their head at the moment. It's kind of like this, but if we were like supposed to be talking about a baseball game while we were doing this.
Yeah. If there was something that's seemingly important, but yeah, it just didn't matter. The Mets were out of any playoff contention. They were trying to not be the team in last place in their division, and that didn't work
They
out.
couldn't even do that.
So they started. Keith Hernandez was talking about diving off of Grand Cayman, scuba diving, and how he went down 300 feet.
Wait, like during the game?
Yeah.
They had like a 10-minute conversation about scuba diving during the game.
Yo, I could see us doing that if someone was like, "Hey, could you guys announce this event?" I could see us just doing that.
But so they keep talking, and he's like, "Yeah, I had my SEAL team buddy there. He was a frogman. He was able to help me because we started going deeper. I didn't realize we were 300 feet down." And I think Gary might have chimed in. He's like, "Oh yeah, you got to watch out for the rapture of the deep."
There really is a rapture of the deep.
It just like sucks you in. You want to keep going further and further, but you'll run out of air. So that's my album title for us, The Rapture of the Deep. Thanks to Gary, Keith, and Ron.
Yeah, the rapture
Nice.
of the deep.
It would be great if we named the record that, but then we also had a title track, but it was like a real like sappy kind of like upbeat ballad, and it was called The Rapture of the Deep.
I'm in now. We just got to write it.
That's something. I mean, I don't think that we should forget about that. I think Rapture of the Deep.
We've got it here forever.
Shit, that could be a T-shirt too.
The Rapture of the Deep.
And it's a great story. We could tell the story every single time. Where'd you get the album title? Well, this one time Keith Hernandez was on a scuba diving trip in the Cayman Islands.
Let me tell you all about it. How long is this podcast? All right, here we go.
All right, you guys want to answer some questions?
Sure.
Okay.
Not really.
All right, cool. All right, you sit it out. You jump in if you know someone tickles
I'll
your
jump
fancy.
in.
You do you, boo.
I'll let you know. Yeah, I'll do me.
Yeah. I myself don't have any young kids, and I don't know anyone else who has young kids, and I'm interested in knowing what this whole pandemic mess has been like for them. Are any of y'all's kids taking in-person classes, or are they all online? How have they been adjusting? What have you all been doing to keep them entertained? Do you ever ask, when will it all be over? Every day. LOL. I think this is a very interesting effect of the pandemic that I don't see a lot of people talking about. Interested to know what it's been like for y'all. Hope you're all hanging in there. Madison. Thank you, Madison.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
thought that was a good question.
Yeah.
See, Mark, and here you were just ready to not take any questions.
Yeah.
I was half kidding. But when they said like, do they ask when it's over? Like, when's it going to be over? Yeah, like every day.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because it feels like never.
Yeah.
But then I lie because,
Yeah.
oh, no. We're going to figure out. I don't know.
There's been a lot of times to where the boys have been like, they'll just, as they're talking about things, I remember when they first started talking about Halloween and how kind of worried they were about it, because they were just like, well, what about COVID-19? I mean, we're not going to be able to do Halloween. What are we going to do? Things like that. Like it's, but like they wouldn't kind of like explicitly talk about it. It would just kind of work its way into different conversations, you know. So it's definitely on their minds.
Yeah. It seems like it's sort of like the backdrop for everything for them, but maybe not at the forefront of their mind, but kind of in the background of everything. Which I guess
Mickey's worried about Santa Claus. Is Santa Claus going to make it?
He's gonna wear a mask. He'll be cool.
Yeah, I said Santa's. You can count on Santa. He'll be here.
One of the saddest and cutest things that I've experienced so far is Greta saying, when coronavirus is over, can we do this or that? But she keeps asking, when coronavirus is over, can we do this or go to this place or do that? And she says, coronavirus. And
It's so sweet because
really
she knows anything she asks will be no because of the virus. So she's like, gotta preface it. Hey, I know, Mom and Dad, you've talked to me all about this. I know I got the virus, but after, I will do anything at all when this virus is over.
Yeah, what a man.
But the cool thing about Halloween this year is I told my kids, I'm like, hey, we're gonna party all day long. It's on a Saturday. You know, a lot of times you get home from school, we go trick-or-treating for an hour, then it's time to go home and like do homework and dinner and all that stuff. So like we're gonna be able to party all day long. So that's how I try to make it a little bit better for them.
What does party mean? Like they could wake up and eat M&Ms and stuff?
Yeah.
Like all the candy they want all day.
Yeah, I'll pay for it on Sunday, but whatever.
Yeah. There's we were talking about kind of doing like a Halloween parade. Like
Nice.
you know, so like rather than going door to door, you just kind of have a lot of the kids, you know, do a safe parade, but I'm not sure what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but as soon as you said that, I pictured you playing the trumpet in the parade.
Leading the charge, leading the parade.
I feel like Mardi Gras.
Playing a spooky trumpet.
Yeah.
When Lanny was moving, like he was moving out of where his shop was, and I was over there, and he was like trying to organize everything, and he had 2 trumpets there, and I tried to play one of them, and I couldn't even get it to make a noise. Like it's really hard.
Yeah, it is. So saxophone.
Yeah, and Misha has a flute because she played flute when she was in high school, and I can't get that to make a noise either. Like I just get I've watched YouTube videos about it. I still can't figure it out.
When I was a kid, I could really wail on the saxophone, but trumpet and flute were like, no way. I gave those a try, and I was like, this is insane.
I can't imagine playing an instrument where you have to use your mouth the whole time to do it. It just seems so weird. Putting your mouth on this thing for like an hour. So strange.
That's really funny to think about it that way. I never thought about it.
I definitely have, especially if you watch someone like in an orchestra. Sometimes I look at the people that have to use their mouth to play the instruments. And
Dude,
I would not want to do that. Yeah,
all the saliva that comes out of the
instrument. And the spit valve. You ever see anyone let the spit valve open? It's so gross.
I don't know if you guys know, but Sean and I were in a ska band in high school.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So you had a lot of experience with the spit valves.
Uh-huh.
Wait,
good name for a ska band, actually.
Spit valves?
What? Spit valves.
Wow, yeah.
Good name for a ska band, if anyone's looking for one.
Was that the Posers?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
This is a punk ska revolution. Should have seen it.
Adam knows all that. Adam, I mean, we were that. We were that age group.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, like I remember, like fucking Skank and Pickle, Less Than Jake, The Specials.
I just listened to the Suicide Machines like last week. That first album.
Oh my god, dude! I love that record.
That album was so good. Like the first 5 songs on it were so good.
Hits.
So great, dude. That and that Operation Ivy record. I think I've listened to that. It's like for me, I think it goes like Nirvana, Operation Ivy, like those two. Like I listened to those records so much when I was younger, Lifetime. But
yeah, very exciting times getting into those bands, like finding that whole new world.
You
oh,
know, sorry, go ahead.
remember? Oh, I was gonna say, do you remember the band Against All Authority?
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Man, I used to listen to the crap out of that. Homegrown, dope. Suge used to work for Homegrown.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You
So
know,
anyway,
recently I was thinking like if a band, like a punk band, probably, you know, from that era, like say when this all ends, Face to Face plays, I'm going in that pit. I don't give a shit. I'm in. I'm in the pit.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I just want to.
You know, get back in
Feel
that
that
pit.
energy.
I want to get into
yeah.
that pit. You know,
There's
it's been
Get
so
those pit
long, and I think
vibes.
it's the pandemic that's like that made me. I would probably never do that, but next show for sure.
Mark,
there's
did you see Less Than Jake with me at FIT?
Mm-hmm.
It might have been like 97 or 98.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really cool story. I got a really cool Less Than Jake glow-in-the-dark yo-yo at that show.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Is that the end of the story?
That's it. It was a very
There's
fun show.
in my like I think it was like my 10th grade year, like 10th or 11th grade, in my high school picture, I had like real short hair pushed back. Half of it was red, half of it was blonde, and I'm wearing the I Hate Real Big Fish t-shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking about bringing that look back.
That's
You
a good
should.
idea.
You
See the
should.
shirt.
Post-COVID, anything goes.
See the shirt was funny because I did not hate Real Big Fish.
You like them
Right.
a lot.
Yeah, still do.
You know, I'm picturing you having a real hard time when you went to school with that haircut.
No, like people kind of left me alone at a certain point. Well, no, I did have a hard time with that, now that I think about it. But I was like always carrying around either like a skateboard or a guitar, so I think that helped to like deter people, because like they didn't know if I'd hit them with it or not. Ooh, which I wouldn't have, but
You know, I went to Jones Beach one time. I had blue hair, and I went to Jones Beach with Nick and you know, Nick, our friend Nick had another group of friends that were all in the weightlifting. And anyway, this one group of guys were having a football catch in the ocean, and they kept on throwing it at me because of my blue hair, I guess.
sure.
And that's the story. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't
Did
think
you
it was very nice.
No, that wasn't very nice at all. What you should have done is pulled a Keanu Reeves, pulled a Johnny Utah from Point Break, and shown him your stuff. Done some sand tackling.
I definitely would have gotten my ass kicked if I tried to. So I didn't.
Man, that's fun.
Now you see someone with dyed hair, you know, you don't know what they like. Dyed hair and like a, you know, earring or whatever. A mohawk back in the day meant you were punk. Now, what does that mean now?
Well,
Nothing
yeah.
means anything anymore.
Right.
Well, there. Yeah, it's funny how stuff like that was kind of like a calling card. You know, like if you saw someone with like red or blue hair, you'd be like, oh, there's my people. I'm going to go
Right.
hang out with them. But then now,
Yes.
yeah, like now that's just not a thing.
Like when we were kids, I feel like if you wanted to be an accountant or a lawyer, you couldn't have full sleeves of tattoos. Now it's totally fine.
Yeah.
Like you see that very often.
Yeah, like someone was saying that that, or I don't know, like if it was an article they read or just their like what they were predicting, but they were saying that like I think we might talk about this a few times, but that like our kids or our generation's kids will be this whole generation of kids without tattoos, because they'll be like, why would I do that? My parents are covered in them. That's not cool.
Yeah.
Some lame old people stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tattoos.
Yeah. You know how I like wearing hoodies, right? So anytime I'm like, hey, just throw on this hoodie to Mickey, you know, he'll be like, that they're for old people.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, on the flip side of that, maybe it'll just take a couple years, because Keaton, about 2 weeks ago when it first started to get cold, was like, hey Dad, do you think we could get like a hoodie? And or no, first he goes, hey Dad, so you know what a hoodie is, right? I'm like, yeah, I know what yeah. And he's like, you think we could get a hoodie? I'm like, yeah, well, like we have tons of like around the house and all that. Why don't you just grab one of those? It's like, no, like a hoodie that like fits me, you know, like one for just me. And then I was like, oh man, that's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, because as you guys know, that's my favorite outfit.
Yeah.
Jeans and a hoodie.
Happy hoodie weather is here.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, remember when we were in Australia and Ray got those Adidas?
His Yeezys?
Yeah. I went on eBay and I got a pair.
Nice.
Yeah. I
Really?
just want to share that with you. Yeah, they're so comfortable.
Awesome.
Were they expensive?
If you bought them not on eBay, they were really expensive. But I've been like watching them for some time, and then a pair came up. They were new, like they'd never been worn, but I guess they had thrown out the box. So, and then I guess if you collect sneakers, it's not good if you don't have the box. So
it's no good for a sneakerhead.
Yeah, so, and being as I don't collect sneakers, I didn't care about the box. So anyways, I got these shoes. I'm pretty stoked about them.
Have you guys seen the new Yeezy sunglasses?
No.
They look like a woman's hairband from the 80s, but they go in your eyes.
Wait,
Cool.
like LeVar Burton from Star Trek: The Next Generation?
Yes. Exactly.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh, man.
So I'm probably going to have to get a lot of those.
Probably. You have no choice.
Yeah.
I got a birthday and Christmas coming up, so I've tried to be a good boy. Dropping hints to my parents.
One of Husna's nephews, he's young, but he's like a sneaker kid, whatever. And he buys sneakers and then resells them. And he was showing them to me, and he was like, hey, come on, Uncle Mark, you want to buy one of these? And I was like, that sneaker is so ugly. It looks like a sneaker for an alien. Like, what is this? And it was like $500, you know?
Wow. Yeah, there's definitely some that are real out there. Like the soles of them, like it'll look like, you know, like you're walking on, or like it looks like you built the soles of your shoes out of like Legos.
Yeah.
But
damn kids with their sneakers.
Right?
With all these sneakers.
Back in my day, we had sensible sneakers.
Well, it's funny. I think for years I've either worn boots or Vans, and that's it. Like I don't really branch out much. So like or like some variation of that, like some variation of Converse. So like they all kind of are in the same family.
Mm-hmm.
So to see like some of the popular shoes, like I'm like, just because my wheelhouse is so limited that even seeing some of that stuff, I couldn't imagine someone wearing it.
We start going like, well, what kind of pants are you gonna wear that with?
Yeah.
Those don't go with khakis. No one's gonna take you seriously.
Man,
Not
I
without
still
the khakis.
I clearly remember the first time I wore a pair of JNCOs and my dad laughing. Going, you look ridiculous. I'm like, yeah, right, Dad. You don't know. These cool.
He was so right. That was one of the silliest trends of all time, I think.
It really was.
Because there were like
Dude.
2 pairs of pants. The legs were so wide.
Though the legs would be like as wide as your waist.
Yes.
You know, like 32-inch legs.
Yeah, but each one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, yeah, like when you were standing still, it looked like you were hovering, like because you couldn't see your shoes. Man, that was so cool though. Like I'm just thinking back to like all the people in high school that I thought were cool, and they all had them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you needed to have a pair if you wanted to be
You want to
cool.
think?
Yeah.
I didn't have them. Wouldn't have helped.
See,
I had a pair that. Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead. I want to hear about your pair of JNCOs.
Well, like I wasn't allowed to, like my parents wouldn't get them for me. So I had a friend. He had gotten a new pair, so he gave me his old pair, and I would change into them after I left the house, like a real cool guy.
You figured out a way to get done.
Yeah.
Such a funny thing. Like, think about how badly you wanted to wear those big, silly pants.
Yeah, that you had to be secretive about it. What were you gonna say, John?
I was gonna say that since I'm like a few years older than you guys, like 3 or 4 years, I was just old enough to have missed that trend, but to see the kids that were like 3 or 4 years younger than me doing it, so I just escaped it, and I can remember even at that time being like 18 and just like, no,
Look at these idiots.
no, this
bruh.
is stupid, dumb kid shit.
And right you were.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Wait, so what do you guys think about like not like full on bell bottoms, but like boot cut jeans? Because remember, like all through like I feel like the majority of the early 2000s were like boot cut jeans were all the rage, and then now
Oh,
it's
right. Yes.
and then now it's like the tapered leg. So what are your thoughts on boot cut jeans now?
I mean, looking back, like 96, 97, 98, when like hot girls wore those jeans,
Yeah.
I was into it.
Yeah, I was into it too. Well, like too, and the thing was that they were much more like low waisted. Even like for me, like the ones I would wear compared to the jeans I would wear now are they were
Yeah, I would
much
get ladies' jeans in
low-waisted.
those days.
Yeah.
Ladies'
'cause I heard
diesels.
I heard Lenny Kravitz did that. And then so I had to do it.
I mean, that guy has always looked great.
It's true.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
go my way? That's a good
That's
song.
awesome. Wait, so is
But
that
no.
coming back, or is the boot cut coming back, or is it gone forever?
I've just kind of, to be completely honest, I've been waiting for that to come back. Like I really want it to come back, but I've like kind of since it went out of fashion, I've been waiting for it to come back. So, but there's no sign of it that I can see. I was just curious your guys' thoughts on it.
I think you can pull it off.
Well, the thing is, I'd have to, like, you can't even find them anymore. Nobody even makes them.
Well, they have the tapered whatever they have right now, right? What do they have?
Well, they don't make them the same because it used to be that they would just kind of flare out once you went past the knee. But now, if you get anything that's boot cut, it's just baggy in general. So, anyways, that's a thing we just talked about.
That might be.
I mean-
it might be another eBay find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
Go to a vintage store.
Yeah, see, I've been thinking like every couple years I find myself thinking, man, I'm gonna go get a pair of Wranglers because they really were the best jeans. I remember having them when I was younger, and they just like they last forever.
Nice.
But you know, same thing. I haven't really seen any that have the cut that I like.
What about corduroy pants? You think those are gonna come back?
Oh man, nah. Well,
Nah.
I like for
Coolest
I like
sounding pants.
Yeah.
true.
Can play percussion on them.
Man, I used to wear corduroys all the time. I thought they were so cool.
Yeah, I had a couple pairs I really like.
Let's start wearing corduroys and a turtleneck. That's
Yeah.
be my Thanksgiving outfit.
That's a good idea.
Get on my Thanksgiving Zoom calls in my corduroy pants and my turtleneck.
Yo, you should wear a turtleneck but put a button up. You know, like remember when people used to do that?
Sure, I always thought they looked like very cozy at the ski lodge. Like long day of skiing, you're having a hot apple cider by the fire, and your button up and your turtleneck.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to start smoking a pipe again, like I did in high school, because that was cool.
Eggnog.
Well,
eggnog in a pipe.
Yeah.
Well, don't you have the pipe too? Because you had it at Starland
did.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I've never smoked it. That was just for photo ops.
Oh.
But maybe
It
I'll
was
start. I got nothing better
It
to
was
do.
a prop pipe.
Yeah. Still clean. I think it's sitting right on my dresser.
Yeah. Smoke that pipe.
Yeah, I'll smoke that.
Come on. Come on.
I need some more bad habits. Lord knows I don't have enough.
What have you got to lose? Just your tongue or your mouth?
Your tongue, maybe part of your lip.
Yeah. No big deal.
My dad used to smoke a pipe.
Your house always smelled great.
It did. It did. And, you know, the last couple of times, you know, it's very rare, but if I see a guy smoking a pipe now, I'm like, give me a fucking break. Get out of here.
You dweeb.
Yeah.
I think if like a man of a certain age, I don't think that, but definitely like like someone with like a curly mustache that's like younger than me. It's like, come on.
Like if I
dude.
saw a dude that looked like John right now smoking a pipe, I'd be like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, I understand that.
So are you going to, John? You going to smoke a pipe?
Yeah, why not?
Just to piss Mark off.
Yeah.
Next Zoom call.
God damn it, John!
You can get like a artisan unicycle and ride around town smoking your pipe with your mustache.
Yeah.
With a $20 cup of coffee.
Yep. That I got to get one of those coffee strainers, those like glass things with like the filter at the top that like takes
the
forever.
pour over machine.
The pour over, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Hustler uses one of those. What are they called? The
I don't know.
French press.
French press.
No.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't talking about the French press. No, I have a French press. I'll get into that sometimes.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with
same
that.
here.
Talking about like the glass, it's like it starts to look like a science experiment, kind of.
Yeah, it's a big carafe.
Yeah. That's where I draw the line.
I've researched it, but I'm like, that's too much trouble. We just started drinking hot coffee again. All summer, it was cold brew, and that was wonderful. But the season's changed. The nice hot cup of Joe.
Nothing like it.
I can't wait till like a real brisk morning, and you go outside with your coffee, with your slippers on. Oh, it's gonna be so great.
Cozy as hell, dog.
It's chilly out here.
Yeah, exactly. Probably put on a nice thick sweater.
Yeah.
You guys know how I love my cardigans.
You
Yep.
do. You should go get a nice pumpkin spice latte.
Oh yeah.
I never got into the pumpkin spice stuff, but I'll tell you what I did get into was that peppermint mocha. Tastes like a coffee candy cane. Man, can't have too many of them though. Go straight to your hips.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
There was a time when I would drink a frozen one of those, and they were so good, man.
Yeah, it's like pretty much like a milkshake with coffee in it.
And peppermint.
So good.
You know what? I got to get a smoking jacket.
Oh yeah, like a velvet robe.
Like Hugh Hefner.
Like
Your
Hugh
idol.
Hefner.
He was always surrounded by naked ladies. How cool is that?
He smoked a pipe, didn't he?
Yep.
I feel like that was something he was into.
And there was nothing weird about him at all.
Totally normal guy with a grotto full of naked ladies.
Didn't he have like a zoo?
Probably.
He had
probably.
all sorts of
Seems like
birds walking around the property.
Seems like having a zoo was like a thing, like back in the 80s, right? Like, cause like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it's like a status symbol or something. I can afford my own zoo.
Look at me go.
Just sounds like a huge pain in the ass to me.
Yeah, sounds awful. I mean, like even just imagine trying to keep up a grotto, and Lord knows what's happening in that grotto. So you have to keep that up, and then on top of it, you have to run a zoo.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Just the feet alone, it'd kill you.
Yeah, seriously.
I always wondered what happened to Michael Jackson's monkey. You know, like one day it was just gone.
I think it got mean. They get old, they get mean.
Really?
Like violent and stuff.
Like
You know,
little
we were in
mean monkey.
I was in Bali, right? And years ago, but they have like those sanctuaries with monkeys. And you know, everybody's like, oh, you got to go to the monkey, whatever it's called, sanctuary. So we went, and it was the worst. It was the worst. I saw
Were
a
they
dude
throwing
fight
poop?
a monkey.
What?
like fist
the
fight?
monkey was fucking with his wife or his girlfriend. Like something happened to where the monkey was like trying to take the girl's shit, and I literally saw a dude fighting a fucking monkey, and I was like, I'm not fighting the monkey. We're going. Fuck this place.
If I can get through life without fighting a monkey, I think I'm doing pretty good. I never ever want that to happen.
Oh man.
Never ever. So noted. Next time in Bali, no monkey sanctuary for me.
Don't go. It's not cool, no matter
Don't do
what
it.
anyone says.
Noted.
Well, I can't think of a better way to end this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me
But
neither.
thank you everybody for tuning in to episode 11 of Talking Back Sunday. Keep sending your questions to takingbacksundaypod@gmail.com. And I guess we'll be back next week. Why not, right?
Why not?
Right.
Yeah.
What else
I'll be here.
Yeah, me too.
Nothing.
All right, guys.
All right, rock and roll. Talk to you
Cool.
later.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye.